UFC superstar Conor McGregor made a generous donation to help Irish MMA fighter Ryan Curtis, who suffered a life-changing injury during training. Bellator standout Leah McCourt spread the word about Curtis's situation, asking for support to him and his family. Here is Conor's statement.
What's up, everyone? I just want to make this video and show support for a young Dublin fighter, Ryan Curtis, who had a very bad injury, a life-changing injury just recent. I want to show my support and let Ryan know and his team know that we're all with him. He has a young family, a young daughter, and there's a GoFundMe set up that you can support, and I'd ask us all to throw a bit of support behind it, please, and thank you so much, and God bless you, Ryan. We're all with you, brother. Get better soon, my man.
For those interested in supporting Ryan Curtis, please check the description below for the link to contribute. Paul Felder has responded to Jim Miller's call-out. After Miller's impressive victory last week, where he secured a win with a submission, he called out Felder during his post-fight speech for a potential matchup at UFC 300. Here's how Felder reacted. "Anybody that knows me or talks to me knew that Jim was the name that was gonna be like. If I'm going to do it, I want it to be against a guy like Jim, somebody that's around my age, that's been in the game a long time. I'm not trying to come back and make a run for the belt or anything like that. It's also up to the UFC too. So I've got to see if they're even interested in that fight happening. But to do it on a legendary card like that would be incredible. It's definitely a possibility. I've got to go home, and I'll probably have a fun night tonight, and then get back into seeing how the body feels training. I'm in phenomenal shape. I'm in the best shape of my adult life the last few years. I just haven't been fighting." As Felder mentioned, the UFC will ultimately decide if this fight will take place. Undoubtedly, longtime fans will be thrilled to witness these seasoned fighters back in the cage. Saint-Denis shared his surprise that Dustin Poirier accepted the UFC 299 fight. They're set to face off in a 5-round co-main event. Dennis is on a 5-fight finishing streak, making him a formidable opponent for the veteran. However, Dustin's skills should not be underestimated. Here's what Dennis had to say about the fight. "Of course, I was a bit surprised that he accepted. I believe the UFC worked on that as well. The UFC is a business, but also about sports. If a guy is coming off a loss, and the guys just behind him and in front of him already have a fight booked, he has to defend his rank. I thought I was going to take on Beneil Dariush, and I was surprised it ended up being Dustin Poirier. When you are inside the top 15, there are not a lot of people in front of you. I was on 5 finishes in a row, so I knew I was going to have a big fight against somebody in front of me. When there are fights taking place ahead of me, there are not a lot of people left to make one." Daniel Cormier recently shared his most anticipated fight for this year, expressing excitement for a heavyweight showdown between Jon Jones and Miocic. Here's what he had to say. "Number 1, I gotta see Jones and Miocic. I have to. I have to see those guys fight finally. We've been teased with it for so long. They told us we're gonna have to wait for it, so hey, make it happen. And I also know that it's going to be a fun fight. When those guys walk to the octagon, because of what they've been to the sport, it's gonna really mean a lot to people who are in attendance and the people watching." Dana White's messages with UFC chairman about Jon Jones' financial demands have been leaked. These messages are from 2014 when the UFC was working on arranging a rematch between Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. Here are the messages. "What's up with Jones? Did he straighten up or is he still being a scumbag? Still a douche, but we're inching closer. Haven't moved on money, but sent the letter with an ultimatum. Awesome, that punk, Lorenzo. He needs to know we don't need him, or he will us over more than he already does." In the end, Jon Jones got what he wanted, a fight with Daniel Cormier. However, this isn't the first time Dana White's messages have leaked, revealing his strong influence on fighter payments and his tendency to pressure fighters to align with his preferences. While this approach may be understandable from a business perspective, It does shed light on the dynamics behind the scenes in the world of UFC. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of MMA, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update. Also leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Keep supporting the sport, and we'll see you in the next one.